Is JEJE vibe?
JEJE vibe, JEJE vibe.
Is JEJE vibe?
Can you all feel the vibe?
We're feeling it.
You all know it's JEJE vibe.
Is JEJE vibe?
JEJE vibe.
Is JEJE vibe?
JEJE vibe.
Is JEJE vibe?
Can y'all feel the vibe?
We're feeling it.
You know it's JEJE vibe.
Oh yeah now.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You know we gotta talk about it. The saying is the story of dead on arrival. When you are about to make an entrance, you just collapse at the door.
Death on arrival. It's like it came and went real quick, like a thief in the night.
Oh my God.
The era of EVs.
The era of EV.
We talked about it on the last previous Tech Insight episodes.
Like, you guys can go check out the playlist, the Tech Insights. There's a lot of dope videos out there. But yeah, we gotta talk about it. EVs. Dead on arrival.
Just like we said it.
It's about to make a grand entry.
It didn't stay for long.
And then it just collapsed. Like, what's going on?
Just from the Senate hearing of how some people were asking for billions of dollars for EVs.
Crazy.
That happened last year, early last year or so.
Crazy.
Or mid last year.
Nobody wants these electric vehicles unless you're an elite that can afford them. People in my district sure as hell don't want them. So keep going. Why are we doing this? Is it over CO2?
Yeah, we're doing it for 3 reasons. Even though the EV revolution is going to happen anyway.
Oh, it's a revolution caused
I would love to be able to answer your question, Congressman.
Yeah, okay.
Even though we think that transition is happening in the automotive sector no matter what, there are 3 things that we think are not guaranteed. Will it happen quickly enough to materially help with climate change? Will it happen on equitable terms that are available to people who aren't wealthy and might not be able?
Short on time.
If I could just please finish my answer.
Let's drill on the climate change.
Just finish the third. Will it be made on American soil or not?
It's about CO2, isn't it?
How's that?
What percent of the atmosphere is CO2 that we're chasing here?
I'm sorry?
What percent of the atmosphere is CO2 that we're chasing here? Because you talked about climate change.
I don't know the percentage of atmospheric gases.
You don't know the percent of the atmosphere.
What I can tell you is that climate change is real. We got to do something about it.
Yeah, this one's called autumn, sir. So
I'm sorry?
This one's called autumn right now, so yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't make out what you said, sir.
This climate change right now is called autumn.
Crazy. EVs.
Shall we talk about how expensive they are or how expensive they were when it started? Over $100,000 to get what? The first made model.
Like, it was a big thing. It was a big thing.
And then less than 5 years into it, the price dropped by what? Almost half?
Tesla prices have dropped 50%. So let's take a look at it. This is a post from Sorry Mayor. I thought that was super interesting. A base Model Y long range in the US is now 42.3% less expensive than it was in late 2022. October 2022, the price of a Model Y long range was $66,000. And actually, it was $66,000 all the way up until January of 2023. That prices have dropped a ton. The price of a Model Y long range today in February 2024 is $38,090, especially if you qualify for the $7,500 federal EV tax credit.
So what happened to the early adopters that financed the car? They're still paying till
crazy.
There was a price drop. Also, 0% APR. Just to make people to get it.
Crazy. Like, this is this is where we're supposed to be headed to, like they said.
Hey, we check out different EVs. We went to the dealership.
Facts.
We saw Lucid.
Like
The baseline was what? Over 100,000
over 100,000.
for a car with no engine
No engine at all, just a battery.
and a body
What are we doing?
and screen.
What are we doing?
And that's about it. What? A inverter and rotor?
Like,
So what?
Why is it so expensive? Like, electric cars should be something they're giving out for free. Like,
I don't say it. You get a car. You get a car.
Like-
You get a car.
if you really want the next generation to embrace,
Here is the thing, though. I mean, hey, we've said I guess China is the most producer of EVs during this short period of the EVs revolution. Yet we've seen video of how they packed several cars in the parking lot, several inventories, even of 2021 inventory.
EV cars that are rotting away. That these BYD cars, all 2021 models, have less than 31 miles on them. Just like that field of 10,000 cars, they all have license plates on them, they're all fully registered, and they've been put away to rot. By now, we've all heard that China's EV sales are outpacing the rest of the world. You'll see the headlines that say, China is now the leader in EV sales. It's true, the numbers are true, but what you're not taking into consideration is that China is the land of shortcuts and facades. And all of these cars that you're seeing in this field, well, they're counted in those numbers. They need the numbers in order to get subsidies from the government, in order to put out the sales figures that they've sold more than Tesla and that they're leading in EV production and EV sales. They need to have these fake sales.
They still have it.
crazy.
That means nobody's buying it.
Nobody is buying it. Like, the people don't want it. Like, the people have spoken.
Hey, we've seen some data that says only 6% of the population drives EV.
Nobody wants these electric vehicles unless you're an elite that can afford them. People in my district sure as hell don't want them. So keep going. Why are we doing this? Is it over CO2?
Yeah, we're doing it for 3 reasons.
Like,
It's not even 50%. 6.
crazy.
Oh, shall we talk about how some people are complaining when it comes to electricity bill, having to charge their cars every night?
Crazy.
Or
Dude.
is it the charging station that you would have to sit for 45 minutes?
Oh my God.
Or how some cars put their battery charge in the front, some put it in the back, some put it on the side, and you see all wires
Crazy.
in the charging station.
Even in New York, I like, we've seen the video where they were.
In New York, that they were trying to force EV in New York, trying to put charging station in like places whereby you can't even park. We know how parking is in New York. That's why most people don't drive in New York.
Facts. Shout out to New York.
Or hey, you don't want to be driving that thing and you're stuck in traffic
Oh my God.
and you're looking for a place to charge.
Problem.
Not in New York.
Problem.
It's so funny how a lot of people that own EV, they always want to not admit it that I don't want to say the word. A burden?
Yeah. It's more like the car owns you.
We're back. It is 11/17 on I don't know what day it is. Last day of November. These are the cars that are getting charged. I just wanted you to see that this is so crazy. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 4. We have 5. We have 6. We have 7. We have 8. We have 9. We have 10. We have 11 cars waiting to get charged. 11 cars. even if that was, say, what? Just to say it's 10 minutes each for each car, right? 10-minute wait. That's 10 times 11, or basically an hour and a half wait to just get to the charger. Then you have to charge your car in order to leave. And it's 11:20 at night. There's the line. Burbank, Walmart. I don't understand it. Can anybody explain it? Craziness.
Because now you have to cater to the car. Like, at least...
Or is it in California, the so-called California, that, hey, they're trying to have a self-driving cars, and how they complain that charging your cars, take all the most of the power grid, and they had to limit your charge.
Crazy. That's going on in California right now.
To charge all trucks and cars currently on the road would be 40% of current capacity. Right. I mean, think about that. Where's the power gonna come from, especially in California where there's already rolling blackouts? So this is a question that we believe has to be answered before you move forward with such an aggressive timeline. That's also, by the way, not just confined to California. It's gonna set the national standard for the entire country if the EPA doesn't step in.
So even the infrastructure is not even here.
It's not built for it.
It's not here.
6% and only a fraction of people in a certain state are already dealing with electricity grid in terms of the amount of capacity the electric vehicles can take. Minus every other homes in terms of electricity.
Big facts. Crazy. Crazy times. Like, we don't have the infrastructures yet. And
the revolution that never stayed.
Even if, let's say, okay, good, humans, we've gotten to the point where cars are not supposed to be something that we now say, oh, this is for luxury or something.
Not anymore. Hey, or say, cars is a technology. It's not a technology anymore. It's a utility.
It's a utility. So,
yeah. So what? Some folks like to drive a fancy part of it, but nevertheless, it is still just an utility.
It's a means to a destination or a place or wherever. But the fact that we know that it's a utility, give it out for free. Here is my thing. Cars, you want people to adopt electric cars, give it out for free. Then you can now give the people to now try it and say, okay, let's now give you back our feedback and say, okay, I don't think we like it. But
capitalization at its peak in this very moment in our time will never allow that because of greed.
Crazy.
Yes, I said it.
Crazy.
Okay. So before I lose my train of thought, what about all those cars that are, they have been stuck in inventory since 2021 till now? Because mostly cars are always released, the following year are always released 6 months early. So right now, we're supposed to be seeing Tesla of 2025 or that whatever of 2025 right now. We're getting close to it.
Crazy.
But yet, they have inventories from 2021, from 2022, from 2023, and then we're in 2024 now. And then now, the only way for people to drive EVs is to try to force it on people. Forgetting that humans, they're in tune with their reality in terms of how, expenses.
Big facts. Big facts.
So, and another issue is that if you don't drive those EVs that are packed in their inventories for the longest, the battery continuously drains.
Big facts.
That's battery for you. The climate affect battery. When it's cold, it drains further.
Basic science.
Hey, so if you're buying previous year inventory Your battery has already depleted by 20%. Hey.
And we can't even talk, like, even if we're talking about saving the environment, the way this
these EV vehicles that they have,
batteries is being powered too. It's crazy.
These EV vehicles that they have in their inventories, they still gonna have to end up giving it up for free at the end of the day.
That's the only way. That's the only way forward, guys. Like, we're giving you free game.
Maybe I can get a Cybertruck.
Free game.
Tesla just recalled every single Cybertruck they've sold so far. That's over 3,800 vehicles. And I'll be honest, it's one of the most dangerous faults I've ever seen. So Cybertrucks are currently experiencing an issue where the accelerator pedal is getting stuck at 100% full throttle. As you can see demonstrated by this Cybertruck owner, the accelerator pedal has a plastic cover called a pedal pad that tends to slide out of place while you're driving and lodge itself in the driver's footwell. So essentially this 6,000 pound, 800 horsepower bulletproof death machine is getting stuck at full throttle. Imagine that thing flying down your block. Luckily, the brakes still work, so you can slow your truck down, but until you dislodge that pedal, the accelerator is still going at full throttle. So according to the recall notice, this issue is caused by an unapproved change that introduced some kind of lubricant during the assembly of the pedals, which allows the pad to slide out of place. Luckily, this is a pretty simple fix, and while Tesla has delayed a couple of Cybertruck orders, existing owners are already starting to get it fixed.
Just give it out for free. Like, you can get an EV, you can get an EV, everybody gets an EV. Then we can now say, okay, it's something we would like, or maybe it's something we don't like, but for now, man, it's too expensive.
You know the funniest thing, trying different dealership when it comes to EV, and somewhere, hey, we checked Tesla, we checked Volkswagen, checked Lucid, and then also Mercedes.
Facts.
Even the one on the high end of things are still cheaper.
Mercedes is cheaper than Lucid. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God. Like, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here in the EV space. So, what you guys think? Is this dead on arrival?
I think it is. And at the end of the day,
EVs?
At the end of the day, they're still going to have to give it away for free, because if they don't pack it, they lose money. I mean, there are data showing that one EV, they're already owing several amount of money on one EV. So that's if you make an EV in 2021 and you haven't sold it till now.
Crazy. Man, it looks like it's dead on arrival. I think the people have spoken. The people don't want it. If the people really want it, they'll be going crazy for it.
Here's my thing. What makes you think people want to sit 45 minutes at the charging port and be watching Netflix?
There's no time for time.
People already work 2-3 jobs.
Like, there is no time to check time. Like, who wants to wait that long just to fill my gas tank or even charge my car?
Or is it the fact that most people that own EV also own gas cars as backup?
You better.
Or else.
Man, that body they go tell you.
Yeah.
By the time you go through it, you learn. But anyway, guys, drop a comment and let us know how you guys feel about this video. If you think that is the era of EVs is dead on arrival, let us know. If you feel like we're picking up right now and it's going to become something, let us know. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's JEJE Vibe, and I got the queen with me, and we out of here. JEJE Vibe.
We vibing.